Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with Monie.
Hey cousins, welcome back to the crib. Audio Monie here. We are still in 30 days of Monie. I am finally feeling a little bit recovered, so appreciate y'all patience and me getting back to 30 days of Monie. Please do me a favor and smash that like button on your way in. And if you are here for the very first time, consider hitting the subscribe button to become a part of the family. Over here, we get into the trending topics, the music, the entertainment, and a little bit of the mess, plus the meaning behind it all. So let's get into it because today we are talking Cardi B and her new album, Am I the Drama? This album has been 7 years in the making. Cardi B has finally given us her sophomore project, and when it comes to sophomore albums, people always talk about the sophomore jinx. Is the sophomore jinx real? And after an invasion of privacy went 6 times platinum, and she gave us 2 diamond singles in Bodak Yellow and Like That, the pressure for Cardi B is insane. And it's not the normal pressure that any other artist would have. And honestly, I think that pressure is what kept her from dropping for so long because there's so much to live up to. But let me say this, Cardi B definitely sidestepped the sophomore jinx curse. She delivered a project worth the wait. I am judging this album based on what's actually here, not what I imagined it should be. The production, the quality, the delivery, and the execution. So let's go track by track before I give you my final overall thoughts. So let's start with the opening track, Dead. Very cinematic and a theatrical opening over a gritty trap beat. She has flow switches, the beat switches here and there, very aggressive, and Cardi is letting the world know that she's back and she's back for vengeance. She's coming for wigs, she's catching body bags, and she likely should just be driving hearses for her career because she's coming to clean up. It's a very decent start. I gave that track a 3 out of 5. Then the next track is Hello, very trap-esque, braggadocious energy. Cardi is flexing her wealth, her lifestyle, and her looks. It works, especially her pre-chorus into the hook. I love it. I also gave this record a 3.5 out of 5. Then there's track 3, Magnet. Very dark trap-esque again. I think there's a D4L interpolation in this, but you can't do it like me. I think I heard that. Cardi is definitely throwing shots on this record. Ice Spice gets it, JT gets it, Offset gets it. Nobody is safe on this record. Cardi is definitely putting belt to ass. Track 4 is Pick It Up with Selena Gomez. It's a very melodic and radio-friendly pop-leaning record. It has this sparkly production. I feel like I hear wind chimes and twinkles throughout the track. This song feels very summery. She definitely could have dropped this during the summer. It's a nice vibe to it. I felt like Cardi and Selena's vocals, I couldn't tell them apart at times, which is kind of crazy. But again, this is a very radio-friendly record. I actually gave this record a 4 out of 5. Next track is Imaginary Playerz, one of the singles Cardi decided to go with. And y'all gave this record a hard time. I still don't understand why it got a hard time. She samples Jay-Z, as we know, his 1997 version, where he's popping it, luxury rap, flexing on his peers, letting it be known that he's above them, he's better than them. And Cardi basically mirrored Jay-Z's record to the T. The people gave her a hard time, like I said, and I just don't get it. I love this record. This record got a 5 out of 5 for me. Jay-Z would not have cleared this record if this record was trash, and he cleared it. Next up, we have Bodega Baddie, Spanish-inspired trap record, a Bronx homage, very much Spanglish swagger where she's talking Spanish, she's talking English, she's intertwining them. A very danceable energy, very much Trap Selena, which she goes by. I gave this record a 3.5 out of 5. I like it, but I feel like another verse was needed. I don't know, maybe she could get Bad Bunny on a remix because it feels like it was just too short for me. Next up was Salute. Very horn heavy, also a trap record, and it was said to be inspired by a 2 Chainz record that she got from him that she ended up flipping. Cardi is strutting all over this record, and I really like this one. The beat, the vibe is fire. She gets a 4 out of 5 from me on this record. I would love to hear this in the club somewhere. Next up, we had Safe, which she's using as her current single that she's pushing with Kehlani. Very R&B leaning track about feeling safe in love. She's honest and she's vulnerable on this track. Kehlani as the warmth. Kehlani has been killing it lately as well with her own single Folded. So she's doing her thing right now. Cardi and Kehlani to me are 2 for 2 on their features together. So I definitely like this record. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Next record up is Man of Your Word. She's directly addressing Offset in this record. This is where the shift happened in the track listing. She's addressing infidelity, her being disappointed, the weight of her marriage. It's not going good. Now, I will be real. I do not like this record at all. I do love the male, whoever the male is on this track. He carried it basically because Cardi's verse, it seems off beat. It's very shaky to me. It does not match the beat. So I'm not feeling this one. I gave this record a 2.5 out of 5. This is one of the records that I think she could have kept off, especially because there's at least 2 or 3 other records where she's also addressing the same thing. And next up, What's Going On featuring Lizzo. She continues to address her issues with Offset, the infidelity, her moving on, how she warned him to be careful with her on invasion of privacy, and him not thinking she finally practiced what she preached, and then she finally left. Lizzo is singing her face off, of course, but she sounds like a damn backyardigan or something. I don't fucking know. She's very loud. Like, what in the Rugrats musical is going on? I know she's interpolating another song. I forgot the name of the song that she's redoing, but Lizzo can sing her ass off. So even though it sounds crazy and she's loud as fuck, I like it. It works. It definitely worked. This should have been the official breakup song. So she could have combined Man of Your Word and What's Going On and made them one song together. I actually gave this record a 4 out of 5. Again, even though I think Lizzo is loud as hell, it just works. And then next up, we had Shower Tears featuring Summer Walker. Summer Walker was on the Dead record as well, the first opening. SZA, I didn't mention this, but SZA was on the end. I actually think she should have kept SZA to do Dead. That song fits SZA much better than Summer Walker. And then she could have kept Shower Tears with Summer Walker by herself. So Shower Tears to me comes off as Cardi's emotional low point. Cardi is admitting Offset's cheating has basically nearly broke her. She's addressing the disappointment of the infidelity, him lying, him stepping out, pretending he's other places, but he's actually out cheating. She talks going back and forth, taking him back, and how it drove her to nearly taking pills. And in it all, she is very vulnerable on this track. She's emotionally drained by the back and forth. Again, Summer Walker is on the hook. This is the R&B-esque type record. And again, I like Summer Walker much better on this track than the Dead track to open the album. So again, very vulnerable and very heavy. I gave this record a 4 out of 5. Next up, post-breakup anthem. Cardi is ready to step outside with Outside. Cardi is reminding herself and Offset of who the fuck she is because clearly both of them forgot. And I like Outside. I give Outside a 4 out of 5 as well. Next up, we got Pretty and Petty. And all I can just say is, baby, Bia, get up. Why is Cardi B whacking her to open this song saying, name 5 Bia songs, gun to the back of your head, bow, I'm dead? It's crazy, Cardi. It's crazy. And honestly, if I had to name 5 Bia songs, I really would be dead because I don't know 5 Bia songs. If I think about Bia songs, the only song I know is I'm Geeking, which is funny because that gun to the back of your head, name 5 songs, I'm dead, started as a diss to DDG, who Bia is also featured on the I'm Geeking song with, and that's the only song I know. And I do see her in WNBA promos recently, so at least she's getting a little bit of money. But Cardi knows she wrong for whooping this girl like this. Straight belt to ass. She called this girl Diarrhea Bia, said the girl got a shitty mouth, said she got acne at 30 and she needs to change her pillowcases. She asked her why she be at Diddy house. Are you saying this girl be munching on pussy at Diddy house? I don't know, but she got off crazy. She gets another 4 out of 5 from me for Pretty and Petty. Better Than You is the next track featuring Cash Cobain. Another flex anthem about her looks, her success, and her staying power in the game against her rivals. And I gave this record a 3 out of 5. I feel like this is a repetitive record that isn't necessarily needed. So it got a 3 out of 5 for me. On My Back featuring Lourdiz. I don't think I know who she is. From what I was told, she was or wasn't a Nicki Minaj artist. I know she got a feature from Nicki Minaj on her previous album, but this song is very sultry. Cardi is horny as fuck on this record. Definitely an R&B vibe, very smooth, and it's very sexy. Something you send to your boo when you're ready to put something in his face. She had a few NFL records in this song. She said she wanted to hold his dick when he peed. Girl, you are freaked out, but I can't judge because I might want to hold my nigga's dick when he pee as well too. So I get it. But truthfully, I'm a little on this record. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Next up is ErrTime, club record with big timers, energy, a southern party starter for me. I feel like I can see Young Jeezy all over this remix and them playing this shit in the club, especially in the South. I think homecoming weekends gonna eat this one up. The strip clubs gonna eat this one up. It got a 4 out of 5 from me. Next up, Check Please. Cardi is basically demanding her flowers on this track. Another trap beat where she's flexing, making it known she's the one who made it possible for rap girls getting their foot in the door again. And she is not wrong. Cardi want her props, and I think people should give her props because at one point, female rappers weren't getting attention. They weren't getting chances. They weren't getting signed. It was only one, and there could only be one. And then when we did see somebody, Iggy, come through, that one person who was there, she did not want other girls to be there. She was okay with just it being her. And then when Cardi came around, labels started to see, oh, these girls are getting traction. These girls could have supporters. These girls could have a following that's willing to back them and support them. And then we saw additional girls starting to get their shot again. And now we see at least 5 to 10 girls getting a chance, walking on red carpets, being played in the radio. And that's because of Cardi B. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, it's the truth. It's the fact. We can go down the timeline and see where the trajectory of women in rap were when Cardi B stepped on the scene and where they are now after she stepped on the scene. The truth is the truth. But I gave that record a 4 out of 5 as well. Next up, we have Principal. Now, this is supposed to be the Janet Jackson feature. She flips Pressure Principal, I believe it is. And another record, I can't remember what the other record is, but she's talking principles, she's talking boundaries and respect in her relationships that she demands. Because if you don't do right by her, she's basically letting it be known that the next man will. And there's no actual verse from Janet, just her vocals from previous songs, and I get it. It said that Janet and her team weren't willing to let the sample go unless she was listed as a featured artist. When it's Janet Jackson, you just do what she's requesting, whatever. And I gave that record a 4 out of 5 as well. Next up, we had Trophies, Nice Guy, Killing You Ho, and Up. I also gave those 4 records 4s out of 5s. Trophies is very braggadocious, plaque stacking record. She's sharp and she's talking more so to her ops again. Nice Guy featuring Tyla. Tyla killed this record. I think this might be one of the best records on this album. It's very catchy. Tyla is also rapping on this record, and I think she should rap more. She killed this record. Killing You Hoes is more Cardi popping her shit and homage, a revamp of a classic Trina record. Pretty self-explanatory. And then there's Up, which is, we all know, very up-tempo, radio-friendly record, very dance-friendly. Flow Twitches, fire record. So all of those tracks got a 4 out of 5 from me. And then there's WAP, which got a 5 out of 5 from me. Still a cultural reset, a flawless closing moment with Meg. I wish they had another song on there, but I get it. They don't really have to do anything else because this record is already 9 times platinum, which is on its way to being diamond. So shout out to Meg and Cardi. I get it. So my final thoughts for this album is the album isn't flawless. It's close to it, but it's not flawless. There are a couple records, like I've said, Man of Your Word, Better Than You, that feels kind of unnecessary, kind of like filler in an otherwise strong lineup. And yes, the production, I believe, was a little inconsistent at the beginning, opening stretch of the album. Plus, at moments, Cardi's flow was a little shaky, but that's always been Cardi. I feel like at points in the beginning of the album, her flow doesn't always lock in perfectly. But the beauty here is once the album does find its rhythm, it doesn't let up. It builds momentum and closes out on a very, very high note. And what stands out is Cardi's authenticity to me. Cardi has never pretended to be the most lyrical, technical rapper alive, and she doesn't need to be. Her superpower has always been her relatability and her ability to say things exactly how she feels them. She's very vulnerable, she's messy, she's funny, she's blunt, and she's unapologetically herself at the end of the day. And on this album, she doesn't hide from the ugly stuff, her marriage issues, the infidelity, the heartbreak, the back and forth of toxic love between her and Offset. She literally lays it all out. And that honesty makes people root for Cardi because it feels like you're hearing from the same Cardi you see on Instagram or Twitter. Or she's her. It's raw, it's unfiltered, and it's real. And she balances that vulnerability with strength. Cardi doesn't just cry through the pain. She claps back and she boasts and she flexes. She laughs at her rivals. She shows multiple sides of herself. And that's why this album just works. It's not one-dimensional. You've got the gritty trap records where she sounds ready for war. You've got the radio-friendly pop joints, the sultry R&B moments, the Afro beats, and even the Latin-inspired Bodega anthem. Cardi literally touched every lane without sounding like she's forcing it. And that's growth. That's maturity. That makes an artist an artist. And like I said earlier, we can't forget the stakes are very high for Cardi B. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, the stakes are high. People, of course, weren't saying she's a one-hit wonder or anything like that. She's already proven she can deliver smashes. The doubt was about whether she could do it again at an album level. Could she make another cohesive body of work after Invasion of Privacy, which won a Grammy? Could she prove she wasn't just a moment? For 7 years, the conversation has been filled with people questioning her staying power, dismissing her as Instagram or a reality star turned rapper, or assuming her success was just lightning in a bottle. And yet, here she is with her second cohesive body of work, proving the doubters wrong once again. That's not just resilience, that's strategy. Cardi knows her worth and she knows her ceiling. And instead of rushing something out to quiet the noise, she took her time and delivered a project that feels intentional. And also, Cardi finally got her lick back. For years, fans and critics accused her of bumping heads with other female rappers. And this time, she took all of that energy and she put it in her music. Whether it's Bia on Pretty and Petty, Ice Spice and JT on Magnet, or the subtle shots aimed at Nicki, Cardi used this album as her arena. She put her ops in their place, not with just tweets and IG lives, but with bars. What Lotto say? Bitch, get in the booth. She got in the booth, and that's growth for Cardi, because typically she turn on that Instagram live and she'll just go ballistic. And because she didn't do that, it makes the disses land even harder, because now they're tied into actual music people will go and replay. That's smart. And then we talk about the sophomore jinx. Like I said earlier, she dodged it completely. And that matters because not many artists can say they have 2 strong albums back to back. Think about it. Think about all of the artists that come and go. Not a lot of them have a good second album. A lot of rappers peak on their debut and never reach those heights again. Cardi didn't just match her debut, she expanded on it. She gave us a bigger range of sounds. She dug deeper into her personal story, and she gave us just enough drama to keep the conversation going. And at the end of the day, not everything in music has to be overly lyrical or dense. The point is simple. How does the music make you feel? And this album makes you feel a lot. It makes you want to dance. It makes you want to talk your shit. It makes you want to pop your shit. It makes you want to cry. It makes you reflect. And it makes you laugh at points as well. That emotional range is what makes an album last. Cardi's rollout has been very strong, as we've all seen. Her fan base is re-energized and her position in the rap game is still solidified. Cardi B is now 2 for 2 when it comes to albums. They're both cohesive, both nearly flawless in their own way. And that's rare. That's something even rappers people put above her can't claim. So after 7 years, Cardi showed up and reminded the world why she's still here, why she's still relevant, why she's still thriving, and still very much a force. When I add all of this up, as y'all know, I do 1 out of 5 for each track. So when I round up the 23 songs, that total would be 115. So this album totaled 89 out of 115 for me, which is an average of 3.87 out of 5. And I rounded that up. So Cardi B gets 4 roses for me out of 5 for this record. So cousins, let me know your thoughts on today's topic, on today's review. How are you feeling about Cardi B's sophomore album? Am I the drama? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What songs are your favorite? Did she dodge the sophomore jinx to you? And before heading out, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check the description for the link to join my Discord. We are finally back for 30 days of Monie. I had to take a health break, unfortunately, but I'm glad to be back on board. And thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. If you would like to support this channel directly, a link to my Cash App is available. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. Y'all be safe, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Later.
Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with Monie.